Hello, thank you for coming to a new edition of Different Tips on Language Learning. Today, you will learn about 6 different topics, which I will try to explain shortly within a minute or two, but I'm not really counting the time because when I'm with you, I am focusing on helping you as best as I can. The first tip is acknowledge that there is a learning curve. Some of us put a lot of pressure into ourselves. We might find it overwhelming, thinking that we need to perform as if we've been doing this our whole lives. But just like many different skills, it takes time. Learning to ride a bicycle, learning to write. And if you are an expert in any field, you probably know that you've gotten there not just overnight, but over a dedicated time and a reasonable time of effort and dedication that perhaps you enjoy. Perhaps it was hard, but now you can enjoy because now you know how to do it, and you know that you do it well. So think of it as not a negative thing, but as a process that you will enjoy. And now the pressure is off your shoulders because you know that it's okay because you are just getting started. Even if you have a couple months, you know that you need to give yourself time before you make progress, and that all of us are individuals making progress at different times. The competition is not against other people, it's simply you trying to improve where you were yesterday. And you do that step by step, day by day, and with consistency and practice, you will definitely improve yourself. Okay, give yourself time. I know you can do this. You've got this. You are listening to this video, you've listened to other people because you want to learn. And inside you, there's a voice that says, you can't, but another one that says, you can. And this is a voice of a language passionate mentor that believes in you. You're watching this video, hopefully you can learn something from me, learn from others as well, and know that when you try your best, you can only hope for the best. So you can do it. Let's do it together. And remember, it's a learning curve. Focus on the progress that you have made. Remember not to focus on all the things you don't know yet. Focus on the progress that you have made, and that will encourage you to continue. Our second point, so the first one was thinking about that learning curve, having reasonable expectations. The next one is associating with others. Yes, others that are learning and that are going to encourage you, people that are passionate about language learning, people that have accomplished those goals. And let them tell you their stories of excitement, of difficulties, and what did they do to cope with them. This is the type of association that you need. If you surround yourself with people that, at least when it comes to your practice, not everybody around your life might be interested in language learning, but when it comes to practice, look for those that have learned the language. Look right here on the comments. Tell me, are you learning a new language? Are you learning Spanish? Are you trying to relocate to Costa Rica or another country where they speak Spanish? Even if you've learned another language for other circumstances, share with people so that they can also benefit from you and be encouraged. But also remember that when you share those things, you are solidifying those things in your head. You are teaching others, but also you are teaching yourself by remembering and making use of this useful information. Wrapping up together, this point is for you to know that if you associate with others that will encourage you, you will learn from them, and also you will teach them. How come if you're just beginning? Well, we all learn from each other. We all learn from each other, both from the things we do good as well from our mistakes. And we can learn some lessons that are not necessarily thought as in do this or say this way, But when you observe others that are trying to do the same, you are a good learner, so you can learn. And when you share with others what you've learned, you solidify that knowledge to yourself, and that knowledge becomes more solid. So please share what you know, share in the comments the things you've learned, your journey, and we'd love to hear about it. The next thing is be willing to try different things because you have maybe purchased a program of this big name and whether the apps and didn't work for you and it worked for others, it doesn't mean that you cannot learn. Why? Because we are all different. We have different capabilities, weaknesses, but also we have different strengths and interests. So if you have not been able to learn, it doesn't mean that you are never going to be able to learn. It just means that perhaps you were not ready at the time, or simply the circumstances didn't allow for your progress and development. You can definitely learn by trying different things. Try different. Have you tried tutoring? If you've tried, have you tried different tutors? And when you try something, give it your best. Also, remember that everything doesn't have to be the same thing for everybody. Maybe some people took 6 months, year, or longer. But the important thing is that you need to know that that voice that says you cannot learn because this worked for others and I haven't, there's something wrong with me. That is, I would say personally, further, nothing could be further from the truth. Yes, you've had difficulties, but you can also learn, and the same can be true. You can encourage others. One day it encouraged me so much to learn that somebody I know was able to make the changes that he needed in his life, and now he is so happy, even though it took him 40 years. Now, this is not to say that he was recommending others to take just as long. He wished, he wished he did it sooner. But the fact that he didn't give up and he is so happy that he eventually did those things taught me a powerful reason. Sometimes we're discouraged because we didn't get it in 1 year, in 2 years, or in a few months, or in a few weeks. So if you have been discouraged from not being able to get it for some time, remember that your persistence will definitely pay off. More, I'm not saying you're not intelligent, but even though more than intelligence, more than any other things, across all fields, including language learning, many people that are smarter than others were not able to get as farther or accomplish the success that others that maybe they were not as smart, but they were persistent. Now, if you're smart and you make some efforts and make progress, well, that's something to your advantage. Then use it and benefit fully from those capabilities that you have. That being said, we'll go to the next point. But that was wrapping around, or to say it in simpler words, try different things. All right. I hope to see you in the next video because I don't want it to make this longer. But in the next video, you will learn some other tips also that can help you. Okay.